my head is spinning.
Yes, life is a mad whirlwind.
Now this is a very interesting scene. It's the only time in the show that Beatrice Stockwell and Jane Roberts are alone together on stage. Beatrice Stockwell was well established and a force to contend with, but Jane Roberts was an emerging star.
I am so full of apprehension, but I suppose that's normal considering the circumstances. Have you ever been married, Chaperone?
No, I drink for pleasure, not out of necessity.
Your ice water, madam. I'm afraid we're fresh out of olives.
Underland, have you ever been married?
Oh, heavens no, madam. If I'm going to serve a woman, I prefer to be paid for my efforts.
Oh, you too. I know it seems crazy to give up a successful career to marry a man I hardly know, but for some reason, when I look into his eyes, his big, monkey eyes, oh gee, I get all woozy, and that's love, isn't it?
Not necessarily. Though wooziness could be caused by any number of things. I'm woozy right now, and I'm certainly not in love.
Beatrice Stockwell was famous for her rousing anthems. She entertained and inspired troops in every major world conflict, up to and including the Falklands War. Of course, by this time, she was well into her late 80s, and her anthems didn't rouse so much as stupefy. Still, she demanded that a rousing anthem be put in every show she ever did, even if it wasn't appropriate. But you just couldn't say no to her. Now that's star power.
Really, you're not being the least bit helpful. Couldn't you at least allay my fears with a few choice words of inspiration?
Inspiration? Really, dear, that's not my forte.
Yes, but if you could just...
We stumbled along on life's funny journey. As we stumble along into the blue, we look here and we look there, seeking answers anywhere, never sure of where to turn or what to do. Still we bumble our way through life's crazy labyrinth, barely knowing right from left nor right from wrong. But the best that we can do is hope a bluebird will sing his song as we stumble along.
That was Well, that was quite nice, Chaperone, but I don't see how it pertains to my situation.
Oh, let me explain. It's a dismal little world in which we live. It can bore you till you've nothing left to give. 7 overrated wonders, 7 underwhelming seas, 6 excruciating continents, Antarctica. Oh, please.
Antarctica, oh please.
Still, you mustn't let it lick you, this planet. Oh, so bland. Keep your eyeball on the highball in your hand. As we stumble along, cross life's crowded dance floor, as we push and we shove,
one might say rousing. Still, how do I know if Robert is the one for me?
Oh, my dear, that is something you'll have to decide for yourself.
But I just don't know if he loves me.
Well, why don't you ask him? Why don't you say, Roger, do you love me?
It's Robert. Still, I can't see him. In fact, it's your job to keep me away from him.
Oh, you're right. And I take the responsibility very seriously. It's just, however, at this moment, I'm feeling terribly,